Is it gonna throw it?
No. Okay, so, you ready?
Yes. I'm Landon Bevers.
And I'm Austin Sartain, and we made a tank.
Or Gundam.
Yeah. Okay.
Giant robots.
Yes. Okay, so it's not a normal tank. It's not meant to kill people. It's just meant to go inside of those like safe houses, or those enemy safe houses, and infiltrate to rescue people. So it doesn't have actual equipped weapons in it. It's got a lot of armor. So.
Also, it is the second biggest tank ever built. This is only in comparison to Legos, not to actual people. So it's of course much bigger in real life, or would be if it ever got built. Next slide. It has the battering ram
right here that you just saw when we moved.
It has a little like storage in the back for extra pieces or spare heads
for this.
For the battering ram.
So, yes. Anyway, it also has a lot of room for people. I don't know if you can actually see, but inside this left side, okay, so inside here, there's actually supposed to be a room for people, and it's really, really armored. You probably can't see it though. It also has extra tank treads right here. And of course a reinforced frame on the bottom.
Armor all around because it is meant to protect hostages and people that might be around it. It can also be used for cover. Next slide.
Okay, so we kind of, the frame's reinforced. It uses two large motors here and here to drive these.
Medium motor for the battering ram.
Yeah. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna see if so. Also, you can take this off to get the brick. But so the medium motor's right here, and we actually had to use a tread because the way I built the motor, there's no way for it to actually move. If I were to not use this tread, I'd have to put the medium motor right here. It'd just be kind of really in the way. Okay.
Yeah, our original idea was just joking around was just gonna be a box, and then the like the bottom of the box was just gonna be treads, and then it was gonna have like an arm on the very top, like a little claw arm. It was a really kind of stupid idea, and we were actually joking about it with them two.
I mean, it was
yeah.
I mean, like it would if it went on a rock and it fell, it was a box, so it had treads on all sides.
The next thing was gonna be like a cylinder.
Same idea.
This one's actually kind of serious. It was gonna have massive wheels, and then the brick and claw arm were gonna sit inside, and it was gonna be so. The only real problem is if it would fall over on one of the spaces, and then it would be stuck.
Also, the fact that the arm would have to be ginormous, and we also didn't have enough motors for that.
Yeah, that
and
comes
it would have
up
just
later
been really
too.
awkward.
And then, so we ended up going with a tank, more of a tank design.
So,
and it was gonna have an arm. But then after we started building the arm, it took up too much space, and it was too heavy in the middle.
It was really stupid.
So if you saw it, you would put the thing on, and it would just go from here to like here, the middle of it, while the treads would go to like here. And it'd just be terrible.
It couldn't move really much at all. It would just break the motors. So instead of, we just built a tank. We used treads instead of wheels, and instead of the arm, we kind of, for like a couple of days, had no clue what to do, and then I was like, hey, battering ram, guys! Everyone likes that.
And then something else that came up was we had wheels on the back right here, that would go right here instead, and then treads just right here. But what was happening was the treads weren't connected to motors because we didn't have enough. So they were kind of screwing up the movement.
And it wouldn't turn.
So yeah, you could go straight, you could go back, but if you tried to turn, it just wasn't working.
It actually broke a couple of times when we tried to turn.
Another time whenever we had full treads, but that was a different thing. So that's one of the solutions that we did. We just put all treads.
So The reason why we don't have a big code is because in real life, what we're doing right here with that is in real life that'd be a person inside who's controlling it. So there was not a lot of code that would go into it. Those codes are just essentially testing whether these work and whether this works and stuff. But
for basic movements.
Yeah, because this wasn't really a heavy coded job. So yeah.
So for the test and analyze, I actually have tests, but I didn't put them on here. They're on the project document. And but what we did was the basic codes test how it can move. Of course, we tested speed to see if it can move faster and stuff. And then, of course, we tested the battering ramp to make sure it works.
And it's actually kind of surprisingly maneuverable, even though it's just a giant box with treads.
It's a rectangle?
Excuse me, it's a rectangular box with treads.
It's a rectangular prism.
Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna.
And then the review and revise is basically what we've been saying this entire time, how it kind of started, how we took the arm off, how we changed from our original designs, like the treads in front, wheels in back, to just full treads, different things. We added armor as we were building it, different pieces. We had to actually remake the armor at one point because I'm not the best with it, but apparently Austin is. So he did that. He
made the whole entire base, and I just covered the whole thing, and then I kind of redid the treads and the battering ram. But he was really good with the code.
It's not much code to do.
But still.
Those are pictures throughout the process.
Yeah. So this is supposed to be part of the wall that it's going to knock down. So that's not random, I swear.
This was actually the original thing for the arm. It has I didn't get a picture of it later, but it had another motor right there, and it was even longer. So if you actually saw it and spread it out, it was probably about like this big, which is terrible because that's bigger than our robot even is now, and at the time it was not even close to being this big.
It didn't move very well at all either. So.
And then you had we have different things, like we have the storage in back. We have how we originally kind of made the base, but we changed it later on. Like
now it finally looks like. Well, actually, now it finally looks like this one right here.
Yeah.
If you guys can see that.
And then kind of the building process with this, and then that being the ultimate end.
Yes.
Until we added everything on for.
And so it became that. Okay.
Oh, we don't have a picture of just the battery.
Oh, well.
It's all good. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Next page.
No.
There is none. So
okay.
Now we get to test it.
Yes. We've tested it before. It's kind of hard though because you have to move both of them at the same time. So it's like trying to move one of those RC cars, which is difficult.
Wait, whoops.
Yay!
And the best part is we did so much for that.
Yeah.
High five.
You gotta admit,
then
it was pretty anticlimactic, but it was still fun.
All that for just the clip.
Yes, but it was a beautiful.
It was worth it.
It was again. Hey, in real life, that would go faster and probably knock the whole thing over. So I mean, you know. Oh, okay. We're gonna.
This is another way to accomplish the same goal.
Okay, could you move it back a second?
Oh wait, it's stuck.
Okay.
Here.
No.
Don't worry, it's good.
Let's try that one again. You can stop now. Here. Now you wanted to.
Maybe they
view
should so stuck. Oh, whoops. There we go.
It's amazing.
Alright.
It's me, Mario.
Yep.
I appreciate y'all's claps.
Even if they're pity claps, it's okay.
Alright, so we're done.